wildly over summer break?
You really think I would just give you my age like that? What do I have to gain? I have nothing to gain. If I tell you an age that's too young, I'm just a kid that gets looked down on. If I'm telling you my age and it's to consider too old, then I'm just a boomer. So why would I even give you my age like that? Think about it. Think about it. That's why I'm 40 years old. Alright.
Yeah, I think there might be a hidden task, one that has a bigger impact on us than the midterms or final exams. Otherwise, the difference between Class A and us wouldn't close much. We could diminish the gap little by little. That was certainly true. A big, earth-shaking event might very well occur soon. What's the difference between you and A? I asked. We have about 600 points, so our classes are around 350 points apart.
Never happening. Short stream? I think it's gonna be like an hour of light novel reading.
It was only natural that their points would drop since the start of the year, but it was amazing how many points they'd retained. So far, the midterm is all that's given us a chance to raise our class points, so losing at least a few points was unavoidable for us. I mean, even Class A has lost points. However, as a result of the midterm, we'd managed to gain back points. You don't seem to be panicking. I'm concerned, but I think that there's a chance for us to make a comeback. I intend to focus all of my emotional energy on making those preparations. I thought the first part of what she'd said was definitely correct. However, there can—
Wait, something's off here. It's not 1.25 speed. There we go.
cohesion as a class made such things possible. Class D had only managed to get 87 points this month. We weren't anywhere close to being able to compete with the others. I wonder how much this
We didn't even get 87. Cause like, Pseudo fucked us. Well, Class C did.
event will change things. It would probably be worth more than 10 or 20 points. However, it was difficult to imagine that it would change things by 500 or even 1000 points. We're in a tight spot ourselves. If the gap widens any further, we won't be able to catch up. I guess we both have to do our best, then. Actually, the ones who had to work especially hard were Horikita, Hirata, and Kushida. At any rate, it doesn't seem like this will get worse. I didn't want to complain, but I felt that something annoying was on the horizon. But if we actually did vacation on a tropical island, that would be awesome. I wonder about that. I said, huh? That idea
The ship
doesn't
is
make you
nice.
happy? Only people who have meaningful friendships can enjoy a vacation to its fullest. There's nothing quite—
She's just telling us that we have no friends, so we can't enjoy ourselves in the yacht. Fuck you, Susan. You have no friends either.
as traveling without close friends, especially when you're traveling with a group. Just imagining it made me feel like throwing up. Do you hate traveling? Iakinos asked. I don't hate it. I don't think I do. Anyway.
Oh wait, that was Ichinose. Never mind. We're talking to Ichinose right now. I thought this was Susan.
While we chatted, I tried to imagine what it would be like. I'd never traveled with a friend before. I had gone to New York with my parents a long time ago. Not a single millisecond of it had been fun. Just remembering that bitter time wore me out. What's the
What? Is this Ichinose?
matter? Just recall.
I thought she's poor. She can't go.
Something a little bit dramatic. My dry laugh echoed through the hot hallway. No, this wasn't good. If I let my negative aura spread, Iakinos would grow troubled. However, it seemed like
Ayano Koji went to New York? What?
my
With this?
anxieties.
What?
Just remembering my parents long it would be like. I'd never traveled with a friend before. I had gone to New York with my parents
What? Is he just lying here?
long time ago. Not a single millisecond of it had been fun. Just remembering that bitter time wore me out. What's the matter? Just recalled something a little
Is the White Room in New York? What the fuck is going on?
bit traumatic. My dry laugh echoed through the hot hallway. No, this wasn't good. If I let my negative aura spread, Aokinos would grow troubled. However, it
Why am I even asking? There's only fucking 9 people in here and everyone's fucking lurking anyways. Why do I even bother asking?
seemed like my anxieties were unfounded. Aokinos continued talking, seemingly untroubled by my words. Hey, I still have some things on my mind. May I ask you some questions? Aokinos had a radiant presence, though it was different from Kashida's. I could say that she acted without
It's
an ulterior
genuine.
motive. Even when talking with a person like me, she put her best foot forward. We've been separated into 4 classes from the start, right? Do you really think they separated us by ability? I understand that it wasn't entirely tied to our exam results. There are people in our class that, based on grades, should have gotten into the top ranks. Horikita,
Are we still asking this question? Like, you think that we would have fucking figured it out by now? It's not just academic. There's everything, other things that involve personality, like fucking athletic involvement.
Kuanji, and Yukimura were undoubtedly 3 people who deserve to be at the top based on their academics alone.
Keisei fucking sucks at everything besides academics.
So, do you think it's something like
Koenji
overall
has a terrible
ability?
personality.
I gave a non-committal answer. I'd thought about it many times, but couldn't find a thorough explanation. I've been thinking about it since we started here. Someone might be good at studying, but bad at physical activity. Another might be good at physical activities, but bad at studying. But if students are ranked my overall ability, doesn't that mean that the lower classes are at an overwhelming disadvantage?
Yes.
Isn't that how societal competition works?
Yes, it means that fuck you if you're at the bottom. Figure it out. I don't care. The rich get richer, the weak get weaker.
Though, I don't think there's anything particularly strange about that, I said. Aokinos crossed her arms and hummed to herself, as if she weren't convinced. If we were competing as individuals, sure. But this is a competition between classes, right? If you simply put all of the superior students into Class A, then doesn't that mean the rest of us have virtually no chance of succeeding?
Pretty much.
That pretty much explained the current.
I mean, that's this school, the system. It just mimics life. It's like there's no fucking freebies. You figure it out. If you're in Class D, you're the worst of the worst. It's up to you to fucking figure it out and ascend, or you can just rot and die. Either way, it doesn't matter to them.
Miserable state of our class points. However, Aokinos seem to think differently. There's definitely a big difference between classes A through D right now. However, I think they're trying to hide something, but going about it in a weird way. Don't you agree? Okay, I had to ask, what's your reasoning? Ha, no reason, really. It's just something that popped into my head. If it weren't true, then it'd be fair to say the whole situation is cruel. I think that good students
This is the last time you're ever going to make a Classroom of the Elite light novel stream, because this is one of the rare days I do an evening stream like this, because I didn't get to do much this week.
and good athletes were placed into Class D for a reason, as a countermeasure. Wasn't that different from the usual system, though? If the classes were solely divided according to academic ability, there'd be no way to win against
It's
the
not
others.
academic.
In a system like this, it was important to be an expert in many different fields. Wouldn't it be wiser not to talk to someone from another class about this? I asked Aokinos, feeling slightly worried. About what? About what you said just now. Horikita already mentioned this, but you're helping the enemy. After all, it was possible she could have given me a valuable hint, and I'd do something with it. I don't think so. There's a lot to be gained from an exchange of ideas. Also, since we're cooperating now, there shouldn't be any problems. She wasn't complacent about being in Class B. That was just Aokinos' natural personality. I could understand her disposition and way of thinking. At any rate, she was a good person with no hidden side to her. I'm not smart enough to engage
Hidden
in an
side to
exchange
her,
of
we just found
ideas.
it, though.
All I can say is, I'm sorry.
Shoplifter.
I don't mind if I'm the one who does the talking and thinking. If you think it's helpful information, then it's okay for you to use it. Aokinos stopped, almost as if she'd just remembered something. I tried reading her face, noting that she wore a serious expression. Hey, there's something I want to ask you, Ayanokuchi-kun. Is that okay? It was like that bright, cheery Aokinos of a moment ago had disappeared. My body stiffened slightly. If it's something I can answer, I will. Besides, what question couldn't I answer with my massively impressive brain, filled with the knowledge of 100 million books? A huge
Is this really Ayanokuchi talking right now? Do you know say what the fuck?
lie. Of course. Has a girl ever confessed her feelings to you? That dot wasn't in any of the 100 million books I'd read. Really? Do I look like a guy who's ever had a girl confess her feelings to him? Was she going to call me disgusting, or a virgin, or a shitty moron? Would I cry? I was still only a first-year high school student, you know.
This just feels so weird. I would never expect Ayanokuchi to even think like this. This is the completely different character.
It was way too early for this, right? Hey, you think so too, right? Besides, I was certain that, proportionally, the number of people who had confessed their feelings was low compared to those who hadn't. It was a baseless theory, though. Who knew the real number of people who had died in solitude, hidden in the shadows of humanity's prosperity? Oh no.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It didn't look like it was nothing. However, it did look like she didn't plan to make fun of me. Rather, she was actually worried about something. Did someone confess to you? I asked. Huh? Oh, yeah, kind of. It seemed like many students were striving every day to couple up like Hiratu and Karu Aizawa. Well, if you're okay with it, can you spare a little time after class? I have some questions about confessions. I know all too well how busy you are with the incident.
I think this is leading into the fake confession, right? There's that girl, and then in the anime, Anakoji basically acts like a fake boyfriend, but then she's like, yo, this is kind of fucked up. You should not fake this.
Now, but sure, that's okay. I don't really have much to do. Don't have much to do? I don't think there's much point in looking for evidence or another witness. Doing that would be a waste of time and a headache. But you went to the scene of the crime the other day to investigate, right? That was for something else. Anyway, it's fine, thank you. I wondered what all this confession stuff had to do with me. Had she made up a lie like Ayanokuji is my boyfriend to mislead people? I considered it for a moment, but then thought it'd be smarter for her to use a more reliable, pretty boy. I'll be waiting at the school entrance after class.
Yes, the confession.
Okay. I understand. Even though I knew absolutely nothing was going to happen, I was pretty excited. That was what being a man was all about. 4.7 students overflowed through the school doors as they made their way home. I was a little worried.
He sounded like Ike there. That's what being a man's all about. Bro literally sounds like Ike right now.
Worried about finding Iakinos, but my anxieties quickly disappeared. She stood out even in this sea of students. Although her cuteness could have been one reason why, she also had the type of presence that dominated wherever she was. To be honest, I didn't really know how to describe it. I could only describe it as an intoxicating, gentle power, a power that was amplified by how many of the first-year students recognized her. It was similar to Kushida, but even more so. Iakinos was popular with boys and girls alike.
That's right, boys and girls.
Another because of that.
And everyone feels comfortable around her because it's not fake. Like Sakura would probably feel comfortable around Ichinose. But Kushida's fake and people can sniff it out.
I wasted about 5 minutes just trying to find the right time to call to her myself. Ayanokuji-kun, over here, over here. Iakinos eventually noticed me and called me over, pretending like I'd only just arrived. I casually raised my hand. So, what should I do next? I asked. I plan to finish this as soon as possible. Follow me. I put on my shoes and followed Iakinos to the other side of the building. We arrived at a spot right behind the gymnasium. This did seem like the kind of place where someone would confess their feelings. Now then, Iakinos took a deep breath and faced me. No way. Did Iakinos plan to confess to me? I think. No way. There was no way this could. I think someone will confess their feelings to me here, she said.
Not you.
Huh?
Oh, Ichinose, yes.
Iakinos took out a letter and showed it to me. It was a cute love letter adorned with a heart sticker. Although she wanted me to read it, it felt true to look. The handwriting was pretty, much like the letter's exterior. The handwriting was cute, definitely not like a boy's. I noticed something that concerned me. The meeting time and location were written in the letter. It was set for Friday evening at 4 p.m. behind the gymnasium.
And this is, again, the last class in Elite Light Novel stream that you're ever gonna attend. Because, again, I'm never doing this. Like, I always do it in the morning. 12 hours, you know, prior to this. I'm only doing this right now because I didn't get to really catch up on this week.
That was about 10 minutes from now. Wouldn't it be better if I weren't here? I asked. Love is kind of alien to me. I don't know how to respond without hurting her feelings. I also don't know if we can stay good friends afterwards. I want you to help me. I don't really think I'm the person to...
She's still around. That green hair with the paperclip girl, like, that girl's still around. She doesn't really say much, but we never really talked about in the anime how she feels about Ichinose, so maybe they cover it more in the light novel.
Ask for this. I don't have any experience with romantic confessions. There are probably other people in Class B who could help. The person confessing her feelings to me is from Class B. That's what it was. I now understood why she'd asked me to come. I'd like for you to keep this secret. If not, things will probably get unpleasant. Knowing you, Ayanokuji-kun, I doubt you'll go around telling people, but Iakinos, aren't you used to people confessing their feelings to you, huh? No way. Not at all. I've never experienced this before. If she hadn't told me herself, I absolutely
Really?
would not
She's
have
never been
believed it.
confessed?
I really don't understand why this is happening. I didn't think this confession was surprising, because Iakinos was so cute. Furthermore, Judge
Irakinos. Dude, the AI subtitle is going fucking crazy with this fucking name. Iakinos, Yuckinos, Irakinos. This is fucked.
how she'd interacted with the other students. She had a great personality. So will you please pretend to be my boyfriend? Whoa. Had this situation seriously devolved into such a cliche, I did a bit of research and discovered that the
I bet he's happy that he would be a fucking a fake boyfriend though, because that's what horny Koji is in the light novel.
rejected person hurts less if the object of their affection is already in relationship. I understand that you don't want to hurt anyone, but won't it be worse if they find out you lied? I could say that you and I broke up, or that you left me or something. I didn't think that was the solution here, honestly. I think it would be much better for you to talk with this person one-on-one, truthfully. But, Ayakino seemed to have noticed something, and awkwardly raised her hand. Apparently the person in question had arrived earlier than expected. What in the world kind of visual guy was this person? The new arrival had a boyish, androgynous
Kanzaki?
face. He was
Kanzaki.
even wearing a skirt. No.
Never mind.
First impressions aside, she was a girl. I'd suspected.
It's not Kanzaki. She's wearing a skirt. No. First impression aside, she was a girl. So that green hair girl that got rejected looks like a boy in the light novel. She looks manly in the light novel. Why did Ayano just assume that this girl was a guy? The girl's very cute in the anime. She's a very small little girl. But in the light novel, she's different?
Did as much after seeing her handwriting. Unlike when a boy revealed romantic feelings for another boy, this confession would probably be smooth. I might have thought that because I was a guy myself, though. Ayakino-san, who is this person? The new girl seemed a bit unnerved by the unexpected appearance of a male student. This is Ayano Kuji-kun, from Class D. I'm sorry for bringing someone that you don't know. Chihiro-chan, is he by any chance your boyfriend? Ayakino-san? Well, Ayakino's probably meant to say that yes I was. But guilt over lying seemed to stop her answer. The words got stuck in her throat. So why is this Ayano Kuji-kun person here?
Iron Kuchi-kun. This is a new one. I've never seen this one before. Iron Kuchi-kun.
Confused.
If only there was a T here. Iron Kuchi-kunt. The names be wildin' out, man.
By this unexpected situation, Chihiro began to cry. Tears welled up in her
Oh my
eyes.
god, she's
Is he
fucking
her
crying?
boyfriend? Why would he be here if he wasn't? Chihiro was probably struggling to understand what was going
Oh
on.
no, we're
Ayakino was
cucking this
seeing
girl.
Chihiro's tears, grew flustered, uncertain of what to do. She started panicking. I'd expected Ayakino to be a stalwart, reliable person, but apparently she had an unexpected weak point.
Oh no.
Do you mind going somewhere else, please? I have something important that I need to talk with Ayakino-san about, Chihiro said. Please wait a minute, Chihiro-san. That's, well, to tell you the truth, Ayano Kuji-kun is Ayakino's was trying to make the first move and turn her down. She probably thought it would be harder if Chihiro directly said, I like you. What is it? Chihiro asked. So, Ayano Kuji-kun, he's my... There was
My
nothing
what?
I could do in
My
this
what?
situation. Well, nothing except, I'm just a friend. I cut Ayakino's off before she could
Oh.
finish. Ayakino's. I didn't think this was something I should say, considering no one's ever confessed to me before. But I think it was a mistake for you to call me here. I spoke honestly, for both their sakes. It's true that confessing your feelings isn't easy to do. You spend every day in complete anguish, as you create the experience in your head over and over, and yet, you still can't confess your feelings. Even when you think the time has come to actually do it, you can't say the words I like you. They get stuck in your throat. That's what I think. Don't you think you should answer someone when they desperately long to express their feelings?
Hey, this is straight out of the anime. You know, just straight up telling Ichino, say like, this is fucked. You should honor her feelings. Why are you lying?
You make the situation unclear. Both of you may regret it later. Ayakino's had probably never experienced seriously falling in love with someone before. Therefore, she...
I guess she was too busy being poor and working and studying. So she's never been confessed, so this is all new, so she doesn't know how to even like... She doesn't... But how the fuck would Ayano Koji understand the human heart then? Why... If Ichinose is so oblivious to this because she's been so sheltered doing fucking, I don't know, shoplifting, like, why would Ayano Koji then understand, especially someone as sociopathic as him, someone so acoustic, sometimes I wonder if he even has human feelings, like emotions. Why would Ayano Koji even understand how someone else would feel when you're about to confess? That makes no sense to me. This guy's supposed to be a cold, ruthless robot that's never experienced love. Now in the light novel later on, he understands that maybe Kei could be a romantic interest. But right now, Ayano Koji lecturing Ichinose. Why would he know this? Do I want to know this? Is this spoilers? Hello? Anybody? Anyone there? Huh? Hello? Work with me, Jesus Christ!
He didn't really know what to do, or if she were doing something wrong. Trying to prevent someone's pain was useless. If you turned someone down, their feelings would inevitably be hurt. Well, if you managed to come up with a suitable excuse, you probably could make things a little easier. An excuse like I want to concentrate on my studies, or there's someone else that I like. Or, like what Yakinos had attempted here, I'm already dating someone. But no matter what answer you gave, the other person would definitely be hurt. Even more hurt if the excuse were built on a lie. I left without waiting for Yakinos' reply. I headed back, but didn't return to the dormitory right away.
Did he just lie that I'm dating someone? Anokuji just says I'm already dating someone. He lied there and he just left?
Without waiting for Yakinos' reply.
Did he do that in the anime?
I headed back, but didn't return to the dormitory right away. Instead, I stopped by the tree-lined pathway, leaned against the handrail, and sighed as I looked up at green leaves. About 5 minutes later, a girl ran past me. There were tears in her eyes. Despite that shocking image, I loitered there a while longer to kill time. Around sundown, Yakinos trudged back from the gym and walked over to me. Upon seeing me, she looked a little awkward and hung her head. But then she immediately glanced back up at me. I was wrong. I didn't respect Chihiro-chan's feelings. I just wanted to avoid hurting her, and to run away. That was my mistake. Love is really tough, huh? Yakinos muttered as she leaned against the handrail next to me. I asked her if we could carry on like usual, but I don't know if we can go back to how things were. That depends on you both. Yeah, thanks for today, for coming along with me for such an odd request. It's okay. Days like this happen. Anyway, I guess our positions got reversed, huh? I planned on helping you, but then you ended up helping me.
She doesn't help us? Oh, with
back there.
Pseudo.
Yakinos blinked a couple of times, as if I'd said something odd. There's no need for you to apologize. Ayano kinked a couple of times. I'm sorry for acting so full of myself back there, I said. Yakinos blinked a couple of times.
Apologizing and lecturing. Apologizing for lecturing, and Ichino says surprised?
As if I'd said something odd. There's no need for you to apologize, Ayano-kuchi-kun. None at all. She stretched her arms towards the sky and hopped off the railing. Now it's my turn to help you. If there's anything I can do, I will. I wondered how Class B's Yakinos Honami planned to resolve this difficult situation. I had to admit, I was looking forward to seeing it. 4.8 That evening, I got a call as I was doing some online shopping. My phone was plugged into the wall next to my bed when suddenly its screen lit up. Caller ID displayed the name
Suzune. Never mind.
I did a double take to make sure of what I saw. Knowing I wouldn't have the guts to call her back, I rolled my chair across the room, snatched my phone off the stand, and dove onto the bed. I'm sorry for calling you so late. You're still up? She asked. Oh, I was thinking of going to bed in a little bit. Did you need something? Sakura-san's digital camera was broken, right? I feel like I'm partially to blame since I made her so flustered, so I wanted to take responsibility for that. I don't think you should feel responsible, Kushida. Not in the least. Besides, she's going to get it fixed.
Kushida did kind of approach her and then Sakura kind of tripped, right? That was Kushida's fault? Or was that Suzune's fault? So I guess it was Kushida, I forget the details, but basically Kushida kind of just like was a little bit too upfront in her face.
Right? Since it's so important to her, wouldn't she get it repaired no matter what? However, as I spoke I realized it probably wasn't that simple. Sakura was extremely inept at social interaction, and probably lacked the self-confidence to go to a store by herself.
Maybe it's really mean, but like, I have the personality where I hate people like this. I hate weak people like this that are just always in their own, they're just a little self-pity party. Just weak. What am I supposed to do? Fucking fawn over them? What, you want me to feel fucking sorry for her? No. Fuck you. You're so weak that you can't even go to the fucking store to fix your camera. Fuck you, Sigura. Worst character.
It was probably similar to how someone might feel about dining alone in a restaurant. It was a little hard to believe she could be that shy, but in this
head pat? Nah, I'm gonna fucking smack her in the face and say, get your shit together.
Well,
I'm being like Suzune right now, actually. She would never get her shit together if I slapped her in the face. Kinda wish that Suzune did that in the anime. That would've been funny.
Were all sorts of different people with different personalities, so it wasn't particularly surprising to find a person who lacked all communication skills, right? So, did you offer to help her then, Kushida? I asked. She'd probably been proactive about establishing some common ground with Sigura. Yeah, she seemed hesitant at first, but then said that she'd be fine with the day after tomorrow. I think that Sigura's digital camera is probably really important to her. Kushida had done a wonderful job.
All the
taking
OnlyFans
proper
content
first
is there.
steps to earn Sigura's trust. But why are you telling me this? Won't it go more smoothly if it's just the two of you? If we were just going to get it repaired, I suppose. But there's another thing. I'd like your help with it. Ayanokuchi-kun. Do you want me to ask if she knows anything about Sadu's incident? Horikita-san seems convinced that Sigura saw everything. After getting a bit closer to Sigura-san, I also think she knows something, but there has to be some reason why she's keeping quiet, since she keeps denying that she witnessed it. While taking Horikita along would probably be the best option, it was delusional to think that Horikita and Kushida would spend their day off together. Kushida had probably chosen me through the process of elimination, as I was the least harmful candidate. If she'd invited Aiko Yamoki along, they would have had
Aiko Yamoki?
Kushida. Moreover,
Kushida would even consider inviting Aiko Yamoki for this? Oh my god, that'd be so bad.
it was convenient. I'd wanted to visit the electronics store for a while now. I sat up and leaned against the wall. For some reason, it felt kind of rude to make plans while lying down. Okay, I understand. Let's go. My voice cracked with a little too much excitement. Fortunately,
I just can't imagine Ayanokoji doing this shit. He's so different. His voice a little cracked with too much excitement. Bro is so fucking human here. Bro is literally not a product of the White Room right now. He's like any random normal human being. Well, it's because he is an artificial genius, right? He's a fake genius. Is the White Room teachings wearing off right now? Is he hanging around with too many casual normies? His sociopathic tendencies are going away? What's going on?
Kushida didn't seem to notice anything strange and didn't press me about it. I chatted with Kushida about this and that for a little while.
Kushida.
I didn't get too worked up over the conversation. It was casual, so there was nothing to be nervous about. It was proof that she could invade my personal space without causing discomfort. In my mind, I'd firmly recognized her as my friend. That reminds me.
What about the... I'll report to the fucking cops that you raped me. What about that, huh? What about that, huh? What about the fact that she's threatening... Like, she has a key to our place, too. She got a copy. We don't even care about that. Bro is still so into Kushida. That's crazy. At what point does this all change? I guess it changes when, in season 2, the, when she sells out to Ryuin. Yeah, at that point, I think it should change. In the anime, at least, that was kind of like the turning point where we go from, we gotta kind of be wary of this girl to, okay, this girl's an actual fucking double agent, she's a spy right now, we need to get rid of her.
It was really scary when Kuenji-kun and Sadu-kun looked like they were about to start fighting. Yeah, it was a critical situation.
I wish that Sadu versus Guenji would have, the fight would have happened, man.
It looked like their fists were going to do the talking for them. Kuenji always...
Imagine it'll not change? No way. No shot. You're telling me that in the light novel, Ayanokoji is just down bad for Kushida all throughout? Like, past, like, where we are in season 3 right now. But he's like hellbent on expelling her now. I don't see that.
Seemed laid back, but if Sadu started taking swings at him, he would fight. If that happened, it'd be a disaster. I couldn't even move. Hirata-kun was so amazing, though. He's definitely an admirable person.
Yeah, oh yeah, the coolest guy.
Hirata like that made me a little jealous. I reminded myself
Giga
that it was only
Hirata.
natural to admire someone with the courage to step up in a situation like that. Class D was able to come together, thanks to you and Hirata. The fact that the boys and girls are separated plays a big part, too. Sometimes, only a girl could solve another girl's issues. I'm just doing what I normally do. It wasn't anything...
Only a girl could solve other girls' issues. I think this is also going into why, like, we need K to unite the girls.
Special. I think Hirata would definitely say the same thing. Oftentimes, special people did not consider themselves special. Speaking of special, don't you think that...
Special people don't think of themselves as special. Does Ayanokoji think of himself as special?
Horikita-san is way more special than someone like me. She's great at studying and excels at sports. It makes me wonder why she's in Class D.
Because of her twisted personality.
Horikita wasn't special. She belonged to a unique class of people. I kept quiet, though, afraid that if I badmouthed her she'd find out about it.
No, we should talk her.
To Class D, in part because she's not very sociable.
Yes.
Doesn't she behave normally with you? Ayanokuchi-kun. You think that's
Does she act normally with us? No, not really. She's fucking ruthless still.
Based on the Horikita I knew, I'd have to describe
Hell
how
no.
she treated others as miserable. I trembled a little to recall like fainting in agony. When I think of my relationship with Horikita, it's like there's a wall between us. Or perhaps I should say that's the extent of our relationship, if you understand what I'm getting at. She sounded amused yet slightly doubtful. I didn't like being misunderstood by Kushida. Ah, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. Your room is on the 9th floor, right, Kushida? Huh? Yeah, it is. Why? What about it? Oh, no reason. Just curious. Suddenly, Kushida fell silent. It was unexpected silence, without warning. Our conversation, which had been smooth up until now.
What? Your room is in the 9th floor, right?
Ask you something. Your room is on the 9th floor, right, Kushida? Huh?
So we asked Kushida that her room is in the 9th floor, and then she's like, oh, because that's kind of creepy. It is. No, she has a fucking dupe key to our place. She is in no place to be acting like we're some kind of stalker when she literally has a fucking dupe key to our place. No, not even.
Yeah, it is. Why? What about it? Oh, no reason. Just curious. Suddenly, Kushida fell silent. It was unexpected silence, without warning. Our conversation, which had been smooth up until now, came to a screeching halt. Usually, Kushida would resume the conversation immediately, but now she'd stopped. Perhaps asking her floor number had been in bad taste. I started fidgeting. Unable to calm down, I began pointlessly looking into every corner of my room. If only I were a pretty boy with excellent communication skills. I couldn't help but wish for that.
He kind of is a pretty boy though. He just needs the communication part down.
We were so quiet that we could hear each other breathing. It's getting late. Should I hang up now? I asked, unable to bear the silence. It was painful to stay on the phone with a girl and not say anything. Hey, Kushida broke the silence, but then stopped talking again. Her hesitation was unusual. This was a far cry from the usual Kushida, who always tried to brighten the conversation. She stopped talking again. Another period of silence followed. 5 seconds.
Awkward.
Then 10 seconds
Awkward.
passed. No, it's nothing. That sure didn't seem like nothing. However, I lacked the courage to say, hey, what is it? Spill. To her, so I let it go. Sorry, Kushida. If I were on the battlefield, I'd be the sniper, the chicken who would stay far away from the fighting. Forgive me. Well, I'll see you the day.
So after that awkward silence, what did you just say?
Spill. To her, so I let it go. Sorry, Kushida. If I were on the battlefield, I'd be the sniper.
If I were on the battlefield, I'd be the sniper.
The chicken who would stay far away from
the chicken who stay far away from the fighting.
Well, I'll see you the day after tomorrow.
That was weird. So 10 seconds of silence, awkward tension. Then he just says, if I was in the battlefield, I'd be a sniper. Because I'm a chicken. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Anokuchi-kan. With that, Kushida ended the call. I wondered what she'd been trying to say. I felt like it was...
What was that at the end there? What was Kushida trying to say?
Going to be a bad, sleepless night. 4.9.
That was weird as fuck. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I am back. What? I need to take a piss break.
On Sunday afternoon, I went to the shopping mall to meet Kushida and fulfill my promise. For someone who generally spends Saturdays lounging in his room, this place made me nervous. One person was sitting on a bench up ahead. I wondered if that person were waiting for someone like me. After all, most students just went around freely on their days off. While pondering the matter, I sat down on the other available bench. I thought we would go together since we lived in the same dorm, but Kushida was a little fastidious when it came to these things. I decided it'd be better if we met at the agreed location. Good morning. In the surrounding hustle and bustle, Kushida drew nearer, a wide smile on her face. Oh, hey, good morning. My heart started pounding. I fumbled over my words and managed an awkward wave. Sorry, were you waiting long? Oh no, I just got here. Our back and forth felt like the template for a date.
Has he even done anything sociopathic yet? I'm not gonna lie. Ayano kind of feels like, so far, he feels like, he's very, not Ayano. Like, what have we really done that we know from Ayano from the anime? There hasn't been like a moment where I was like, oh my god, Giga Chess sociopath. It just feels like he's kind of just an EK right now. Am I crazy? I don't know. I feel like he's just being like an EK right now.
Intentionally glanced over Kushida's whole body. She was cute. Kushida was really cute. Seeing Kushida in casual attire for the first
I get it.
time
I
was
get
so
it.
overwhelming. I couldn't look away. This is the first time we've met up on a day off. It's refreshing. Kushida laughed, maybe because she felt the same way. What the heck was with that cute smile? Something that adorable was against the rules. Perhaps Ike and the others hadn't seen this before. Did that make me happiest of all? I had to contain my excitement in front of her. Kushida spoke up, as if she had just remembered something. Weren't you really busy during your downtime last week? I'm glad that you came despite that. Ayano-kuji-kun. Last week? Really glad I came despite that? What the heck was she talking about? I'm talking about Ike-kun and the others going to that cafe. Of course, this was the first I'd heard about it. I didn't recall any previous hidden event by any chance. Kushida began. That's it. Now that you mention it, I didn't hear about it.
Oh, there's an illustration? Hold up. Classroom the Elites, Volume 2 illustration. Let's check it out. Cafe scene. Yeah, this is the one. We're at the mall right now. Wow. Kushida's casual clothing. Oh my god, she's so pretty. Doki doki. Ayano-koji, why being such a simp? Where is my sociopath? Where is my Giga Chat sociopath Riz? He's being a fucking EK. When is he gonna actually do something? I guess he doesn't do anything actually in season 1 until the final part. Like, even letting Sakura get sexually assaulted while Ichinose was watching part of the plan, that's not enough. I guess it would have to be on the special exam on the island where Marikita happens. Damn, it's taking a long time to fucking cook. We haven't really had like a really like... Did we even have a don't pry into my life moment yet? No, not yet. It hasn't happened yet because it's gonna happen at the end of this arc right now. At the end of the you know, the court scene and blah blah blah. Right. I guess that's kind of the start. Like the don't pry into my life was kind of the start, I guess. But in the anime, the Manabu fight versus Ayano-koji felt really cool too. I don't know, man. This is extremely slow, yeah. I just feel like we're witnessing this from the perspective of fucking EK, and it's kind of weirding me out.
Looked up to the heavens and lamented my worthlessness. It's not like Ike and the others were bad for not inviting me. I was the bad guy, the one who hadn't been invited. I didn't mean anything. I'm sorry. I guess I said something wrong. Don't worry about it. Really, I don't care. Was it fun? You do seem to care. If I handled this poorly, instead of being the happiest I'd ever been with Kushida, it'd be the worst. Even if it was for just a moment, spending time alone with her made me feel like the luckiest guy. The students who passed us would occasionally steal a glance at Kushida in her casual clothes. In the case of passing couples, the girlfriend would appear upset and grab her boyfriend.
And the guy would look at Kushida, yeah?
By the cheek. Even though I was the one with Kushida, I couldn't help but feel bewitched by her cuteness. What the heck?
Meaning, I guess the girls were never looking at Ayano-koji. She was just, the girlfriends were looking at, you know, their boyfriend's reaction to Kushida instead of the boyfriend looking at the girlfriend's reaction to Ayano-koji.
I was really flattering Kushida a lot. What I'd said had been completely true, but there was also a whiff of bashfulness. What's the matter? Kushida froze, which I thought was strange. Every movement she made, or didn't make, was cute. I think we've had really nice weather lately. Worried that we were heading into cliched territory, I steered
The weather again. People said that the weather really matters here, okay?
the conversation in another direction. I needed to calm down. How many times had I used the word cute today? At this rate, I'd probably end up using it 100 or 200 times. Sorry. I think I might look a little out of place next to you, I muttered. I could easily
Does he? No, I could see this as a couple. Be a fucking crazy couple though.
move.
Literally.
I looked simple. I didn't look good next to Kushida by any standard.
Does he
No.
not?
No, that's not true at all.
No, he looks
I think
fine.
we're great together, she replied. So, you're saying someone simple like me is a good match for you? I should accept an insult like that? Yeah. I felt the quick thrust of a knife. Maybe I dug my own grave by setting myself up like that. But it was still a shock. You're that surprisingly delicate, Ayanokuchi-kun. I don't really care what others say. I don't think it's an insult at all. I really think we suit each other. I felt like she...
No, I don't think that these No. I know that Ayanokoji wants to be an NPC and a side character. But we're hearing this from his monologue, his internal thoughts. Him simping over Kushida, him being so socially awkward, him having a panic attack in social settings. Everything about him screams fucking weak Ike. Like, I would understand if he's like, with this NPC move, now they're gonna think that I'm useless. Yes, all according to plan. No, the monologue is his true thoughts. There's no shot. You're insane if you think that the fucking commentary from his monologue, his internal thoughts that he's thinking out loud, that he's faking it? Nah, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit, dude.
She was teasing me somehow.
I think he is actually getting influenced too much from the idiot trio. Yes. Fucking Sadu, Yamoki, and Ike. They're bad. Well, honestly, they're probably the best thing that's happened to Ayanokoji in terms of adapting as a normal functioning member of society. I mean, becoming a normal human. But in terms of having that white room edge, probably the worst thing that could happen to him.
Normally, I'd get angry. But since this was Kushida talking, it just felt unfair. She'd teased me so casually with only a few words. So, what about Sigura-san? I don't see her yet. It was the exact time we'd agreed to meet, but there still was no sign of her. But was she okay with it, inviting me out?
Like, what is the purpose of the monologue being fake? Is Ayanokoji gonna break the fucking fourth wall? And he's gonna tell us in like volume 3 as the audience? You reading this right now, you thought that my thoughts so far were true? Nah, I was faking it. You fell for it. I just don't see it happening. To me, he's a fucking horny, insecure, socially awkward person. That's it. That's all I assume of Ayanokoji so far based on his dialogue and his internal monologues, bro.
I mean, she asked me to invite you, Ayanokuchi-kun. Didn't Sigura-san contact you? Sigura? No, I haven't really talked to her. I recalled meeting up with Sigura at the special building. That had been about the extent of our contact. Perhaps it was love at first sight? I said, laughing and grinning. Such a dramatic scenario would be absolutely ridiculous right now. How about we sit and wait? Sure. Well, hey, isn't it?
Well, have you ever thought that it's a spoiler because it contradicts in future volumes because, like, the author decided, shit, let's retcon this. Maybe I should write him to be a little bit more cold. Don't you think it's a possibility that the author didn't really know what he was doing with this character, Ayanokoji? And later on, he needed him to be more edgy and cold? I don't know. It seems like a insane reach. It seems like an insane reach that you guys are telling me that his internal thoughts, his monologues are supposed to be fake to keep us, the audience, not understanding what this character is about. I feel like if anything, the author realizes, shit, I need to stop fucking around with this character. Let me just change him up and let him be more cold. That's what I would assume. I don't know, dude.
It's Sigura-san sitting next to us. Sigura, clearly flustered and indeed sitting on the bench next to us, stood and gave a sheepish bow. Had Sigura really been sitting there the entire time? Amazing that we hadn't noticed her at all. Not a sign of her
Her presence is fucking nothing. She is the perfect NPC.
presence or aura. I'm sorry, I don't stand out much, I suppose. Good morning, Sigura said.
But she does stand out. Look at her. Look at her. I don't care if you tell me that she has glasses and she fucking, just like looks down. Like, look at this picture. The person that stands out the most in this picture is the one on the far right with the bright pink hair. She stands out so much. Now, if it was that Wakaba girl from Spider, you know, the gloomy, long black hair, you can't even see her eyes, yeah, I think that has like no presence. But to tell me that Sakura has no presence, like look at here. The first thing I see is not Kei or Hirata. I see Sakura and her gigantic honkers. No shot. No shot. She stands out so much. Is there any other scenes? I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I don't think you blend in too much. I definitely felt your presence, I said. Oh, you don't need to say that for my sake. Ayanokuchi-kan. Sakura bowed her head apologetically, and slowly straightened. I wanted her to forgive me for not noticing her. Sakura was wearing a hat, and even a surgical face mask, which made it difficult to recognize her at a glance. I wondered if she'd caught a cold or something. You kind of look suspicious. Rather than saying you look suspicious, I think you actually stand out more. Yeah, I suppose so. I think I do stand out, especially here, Sakura responded sheepishly. She removed her mask. She didn't seem to have a cold. Rather, she seemed like the type to wear the mask in order to avoid attention. She must have really hated standing out. So anyway, about my digital camera, is it okay if we go to the electronics store in the mall? Sakura asked. Well, yes, we did certainly come here to get the camera fixed. I'm sorry for making you come along with me. Sakura bowed apologetically, as though begging forgiveness from the bottom of her heart. For some reason, I felt sorry for coming here. 4.10. There were some incredibly famous, nationally known stores that did business with our school. Even though their customers were only students and the stores themselves weren't too very big, they sold items for everyday use and electronic appliances. Let's see. I'm sure they have a repair counter somewhere. Let's check it out. While Kashida headed towards the back of the store, I wondered just how many times she'd come here. Sakura and I followed close behind. I wonder if they'll fix it right away. Sakura looked rather anxious.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. Because I'm... Right now, we have a fucking problem on our channel. The algorithm has decided to turn the flag off because I've been posting too many L's and everything is just fucking dying. Even this Annie news. Like immediately it's just like, it felt something is so off. This is what happens. This is what happens when you start fucking around. I think I'm gonna delete this video and upload it again later. I think it's a combination of too much L's and trying to premiere stuff. I don't think the premiere is working out too well in my favor. Before, like, everything was fine. Everything was literally fine until I started testing around with the premieres. And then with these, like, consecutive, like, slime L's. I don't, it's a combination. It's not one thing. But something definitely changed. It was like, overnight, like, immediately something changed. And it's a combination of using premieres for too many things that people don't really care about. Something is just off. Even like, this is so sad. Like, this is supposed to be a really hype fucking Chain Soldier episode. Like, I'm thinking I need to fucking drop this show too now. Like, you see this trajectory? It's not even hitting the bottom half. It's not even hitting the bottom of the anticipated chart. Like, I just, everything is just fucking just crashing right now. It's so fucking sad. I don't know, man. Something fucking changed. Overnight, over time, it was like immediately something changed. I need to stop fucking around. Like, it's unbelievable. Like Instant Death is so fucking bad today too. And I thought that today's episode was like pretty decent, but like, holy shit. Holy shit. Like, you can just like, you don't have the analytics stats, but upon upload, like, I have certain metrics that pretty much just like hits or doesn't hit, right? You can kind of tell instant upon upload. But recently, it just feels like the gates has just closed on me. I don't think I'm gonna even bother with the fucking data library reactions at this rate, man. Like, if this is the response that I get, we're doing re-reactions, like, it is, like, actually fucking terrifying. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Everything is just fucking bombing. I just showed you Chain Soldier. Look at this shit. It's going to nobody. Literally nobody is watching these new videos that I started uploading as soon as I started premiering. But here's the thing, the premiere did well though. The premiere did well, and after the premiere is done, it just kind of dies down. Now, this was also premiered, but it did well. It did really well. It's not the thumbnails, Diego. Thumbnails has nothing to do with it. Literally, thumbnails does not matter. You think it does? Thumbnails don't mean shit. What matters is making the topic interest of your audience, right? Chain Soldier, honestly, pretty bad overall. It was never good. But at least it was kind of hanging around in this, like, kind of like the 1,000 range, right? It was kind of hanging around the 1,000 range. The first episode's obviously going to do really well, but then afterwards, like, these are pretty steady, but then it's like, it just fucking crashes down. So I think that I'm just going to stop doing premieres. We're going to just ruthlessly cut down anything that does bad and just move on. Well, with the re-reactions, I want to try it out at least, right? Because, like, I will try it out, and the moment that people lose interest, I will just, like, ruthlessly just end it. I think that's better. At least I tried. At least I tried. Well, fuck, dude. I've had the favor of the YouTube algorithm for the longest time recently because I've been just compounding week after week, just making videos that you guys like. But then now that I try to experiment with some other shit, this is what happens. Everything's crashing down. See? You don't even watch Chain Soldier. No one gives a shit about Chain Soldier. Some of you might. Most people don't fucking care. Like, this Chain Soldier episode, I think was more exciting than the previous Chain Soldier episode. And no, I don't think it has to do with the upload time either. It doesn't. Even if you're late, if your audience enjoys the topic, they will watch it no matter what. There's so many different channels, so many big channels that upload their soul leveling videos 3 days after the release, 4 days after the release. Pops the fuck off because that's what their audience wants. Timing has nothing to do with it. Thumbnail has nothing to do with it. I guarantee you, if I uploaded this video, I guarantee you, if I uploaded this video as this as a thumbnail, it'll do just as well if I upload it as this video. I 100% guarantee you. It's fucked, man. It's fucked, man. When things are nice, things are nice. But when things are bad, holy shit. YouTube just fucking gates you, dude. YouTube, it's fucking ruthless. That's why you gotta be really fast with it. And that's why so many people are so worried about, you know, making videos that your audience doesn't watch. Like, be honest. Did you guys actually watch Chain Soldier? Or Slime? Like, tell me in chat right now. Did you guys actually watch, you know, Slime or Chain Soldier? Or do you guys not give a fuck about it and you're just waiting for a Spider or Cautious Hero reactions? I know there's only 29 people in here, so it's a very skewed outcome. But if I were to ask this upon everybody else that actually watches my videos, I bet they said no. See this guy right here? No, I'm just waiting for Spider. This guy right here is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. People don't give a fuck. Rio, you are the 0.01% of the audience that will support me no matter what I do. But 99% is people like this guy, Mr. 18462 Fur. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't watch me for me, okay? He watches me for the animes I react to, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's very normal. But you as a content creator needs to realize there's no ego here. You cannot force videos that your audience don't want to watch. You gotta give them what they want. And the more you fuck around with shows in hopes that it'll do well later, no. There is no doing well later. It's all about that initial big splash. Think about it. You throw a little pebble in the water, what's it gonna do? It's gonna start oscillating, right? It's gonna start creating waves. And the waves are gonna travel, right? But depending on how big that initial splash is, that dictates how big that wave will go out. Now, there are exception cases where the YouTube algorithm will randomly try out random videos just to see if people will like it, right? Anyways, it is an absolute tragedy right now. Should have never fucking tried the premieres, man. Should have never tried the premieres, and I should have fucking just dropped Slime, like, immediately. As soon as it started to die down, I should have fucking dropped it. Now, if I think that our channel's gonna fucking die for a bit, and I'm gonna have to just grind and try to earn its trust again. Which at the end of the day, all that means is just, I just need to keep making videos that you guys actually want to watch. And any videos that does bad, I need to be just like ruthlessly just cut it off. The more you continue with it, the more L's you take, the more signal, bad signal that the YouTube algorithm receives that, holy shit, you keep making these videos, but your regular audience is not watching it. What's going on? That's what the analytics dictate. That's what the analytics say, dude. It literally says, hey, your audience doesn't care. What are you doing, bro? You're dying. Well, your audience is... What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. But obviously, you guys don't see that from behind the scenes. Obviously, you guys don't see that from behind the scenes. Have I seen Ruby? No, I would never do Ruby on this channel. Ruby would be on a second channel where it's more about Western cartoons and stuff like that. Ruby has no overlap with anime. Absolutely not. Shows like that, Avatar The Last Airbender, those cartoon shows, the Western shows, that's gonna be on second channel Kaka TV too. I would never put that shit here. It's bad. It fragments your audience even more. Terrible idea. Nope. Not gonna do it. But on the second channel, I'll try it. I might try it. I might actually try it. Alright. Alright. You'll be there? No, you won't. You won't even know that this channel exists in about 2 months. A lot of people talk a lot of shit. I don't like listening to words like that. You know why? Because all it does is gets my hopes up. You're not the first one to say stuff like that, by the way. Plenty of people come and say, oh, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, I'll support you no matter what. I love your content. They're lucky if they stick around for 3 months. They won't last beyond that. And the more I hear shit like that, the more I start recognizing names, and the more that they die off, the more of a mental chip it is. You guys seen the show 86? Or even Furiren? That's basically my life as a content creator. It's just a cycle of new people coming in, hyping you up, and then they leave. And that's perfectly fine. That's just attrition. So I hate listening to people that give me false sense of hope. Doesn't matter. Just watch the content and fuck off. That's the deal here. I give you content, we laugh together, and that's it. Don't tell me this mushy shit saying, oh, I'll be there for you. It doesn't fucking matter to me. Have I seen the War Against AI Machines? Oh, you're talking about something else. I thought you were talking about all the YouTube channels getting demonetized right now and deleted because they abused the AI automation on YouTube. By the way, that is happening. A lot of channels doing AI automation. They're all getting fucking just like massively culled by YouTube. I think we should go to Twitch pretty soon to start some anime reactions. But before that, is there anything you guys want to talk about? Q&A session. You got anything? Y'all got anything worth saying? What compelled me to choose Cautious Hero? I'll show you exactly what compelled me. What compelled me was when I woke up and I saw the statistics of this video right here. I saw that hopefully, just hopefully, maybe Slime has a chance to come back. Because finally we're getting some hype shit with Milim versus Kariburis. I thought that this episode would save Slime. In fact, it's the opposite. This was the last straw that broke. That broke. People are even did you know that people straight up just unsub for my fucking Slime reactions? Isn't that so sad? I'll try season 3, but if people don't watch, I will fucking drop that in a heartbeat. I don't care. Ninjago will be in the second channel. But this is what compelled me to start Cautious Hero. Now, not really. This is what compels me to drop Slime and pick a new show to watch. Why did I pick Slime? It's because Cautious Hero is probably number one in terms of how many times it's made it to a poll and got second place. It's amazing how it kept getting second place. I think at least 5 or 6 times it's gotten second place. Now, I know that Cautious Hero didn't win a poll, but based on the pattern of behavior from before, and the fact that it keeps making onto the poll, it gives me some hope that it is gonna perform as well as a series that won a poll. Now, if people actually don't watch Cautious Hero, I will drop Cautious Hero in a heartbeat as well. And I'm gonna actually make a new video saying, what do you guys want to watch? In fact, I should do that right now. I should start procuring a list of new videos to watch. Because if I start Cautious Hero and it turns out that you guys never actually wanted to watch it, I need to have a backup plan, right? So maybe it is time to re-upload that video right now. Maybe? Where is it? You think Slipe is hype in Demon Lord arc? Nah, dude. I don't think people would watch me in the Demon Lord arc either, because fundamentally people don't give a fuck about this because of the reaction. It doesn't matter how much insightful commentary and analysis I give you. The fact that people know that I watched it already, people won't even click on the video to even give it a chance. There is no point. All right. Let's upload the video. It's time for a new polled video. It's time to ask, and you know people are gonna fuck it up. You know for a fact people are gonna fuck it up and say, what's the word? You know people are gonna fuck it up and start repeating just duplicated comments and asking me shows that I've already watched, and it is what it is. It's fine. It is what it is. Motherfuckers commenting multiple animes in a single comment. What am I supposed to pick then, huh? What am I supposed to pick? Wonder what anime people will mention. Why are you surprised I'm not doing Dangers in My Heart? Diego, explain to me why you think that I'm not doing Dangers in My Heart. I think it makes a lot of sense why I'm not doing Dangers in My Heart. In my opinion, I think focusing on rom-com is a bad idea, especially because most of the isekai audience doesn't give a fuck about rom-com. Dangers in My Heart has also never been recommended to me in an anime poll after it lost like the first 2 times. Multiple polls has happened after those first polls. No one has ever mentioned Dangers in My Heart. So it makes sense why I would never, you know, makes sense why I would never do it. All right, here it is. Can't wait to have a show, to have a lot of likes, and then for them to lose in the poll. That's Bakemonogatari in a nutshell. Bakemonogatari is the perfect example of what you mean, Paint Beast God, because this is a very vocal minority that are very active and love Bakemonogatari. They'll come and they'll like it. One person will comment and they'll brigade it, and 50 people will like it. But it turns out that is an insignificant speck in my audience. Turns out all the lurkers don't give a fuck about it. So sure, you can make it to the poll, but no one's gonna vote for it. You think my snafu was good reaction? And here's the thing, Hallweb. Even if you think that my snafu was a good reaction, your opinion doesn't matter. And I'm not trying to be rude. My opinion doesn't matter either. What matters at the end of the day is purely the viewership and numbers, because that determines, did my audience actually think it was a good reaction or not, right? So even if you are hyping me up, and who knows, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, maybe you're glazing me up, maybe not. But at the end of the day, individual opinions doesn't matter. Because what matters at the end of the day is the market's opinion. The actual numbers, the viewership, right? Stop! Don't! I said stop, don't comment. Oh, Code Geass. SAO. I would like for SAO, yeah. And fun fact. snafu is on Patreon, I do the same shit. On Patreon, I do the same shit where I ask people, what do you want to watch? And the most liked comments will make it to the poll. But guess what? The motherfuckers on Patreon are so selfish and dumb that they don't even like each other's comments. They just fucking all comment their own shit and nobody likes their own comments. So I was like, this is fucking dumb. You idiots. I'm just gonna put Snafu in there because everything you recommended me was mid. So I put Snafu in there because no one even mentioned it. I put it up there and it fucking won. Because again, at the end of the day, most people are just lurkers that are that has apathy, that they don't want to type shit. They just want to be given a selection and then they want to vote on it, right? So Snafu was my pick, but like they voted on it and it won. Isn't that funny? It's fucking dumb, man. So fucking dumb. Stop! Don't comment! Oh, SAO at 5 likes. You know what, Maddox? I'll give you a like for SAO. I'd be down for SAO. Selection better than suggestion? Well, here's the thing, right? Most people are lazy. At the end of the day, people are just lazy. They can't be bothered to fucking comment something. If something is given to them, they might be, you know, they might click on a video just to vote for fun. But most people are just lazy motherfuckers that don't care. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, in fact, that's how politics works in the world. You see these elections. Do you know how many people actually don't vote? Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's just lazy. They're just all giving up. It's just pure apathy, right? But at the very least, I can at least try. I can't just give up. I can at least try and try to make you guys get engaged so that you can give me some selections that you actually want to watch. But if there's moments where no one's fucking commenting shit, and it's like, all right, I'll just put my picks in there, I guess. If that's what you want, I guess I'll just do that then, huh? I just can't believe Slime did this bad. I just can't believe Slime did this bad, man. I hear that SAO in season 2 or like part 2 of season 1. I hear like there's some like weird incest plot and people are very upset about that. But like Mahoka's incest? Why are people not upset about that? What happened? Wincest? What? But it's just incest. Everybody loves incest in anime. Why? Why are people upset? I don't get it. And I hear everything after season 2 is amazing too. With like, there's like Gun Gale shit. There's like that Aliciaization or some shit, and the animation's amazing. Japanese culture is incest? I mean, hey. I don't want to just put a blanket statement in an entire nation's culture and say that, you know, that they all love incest, but how many animes have we seen so far where incest is a core theme or played off as a running gag? You know, if there was just like one moment, then I'd be like, it's like an outlier. But it's like multiple dots. No, it's not just one dot on a graph. It's like multiple dots on a graph. And ladies and gentlemen, what does multiple dots create? Can anyone tell me? You guys have probably should have heard this before. Can anyone tell me what multiple dots in a graph make? No, Shiroi, wait. No, Shiroi, you're almost there. That's a step after. The pattern is after. That's right, Volley. A line. And what does that line point towards to, huh? A pattern of behavior. A single dot doesn't really say much. But when you start to get more dots on the graph, suddenly it creates a line. And the line points towards a direction. A pattern of behavior. I feel like the Japanese really do like incest. I don't know. Like, there's even straight up just incest animes too. Well, that's not really true. Because if you think about it, what's it called? Regular North American NSFW content. If you look on like Pornhub, for example, on their, like, what's it called? they're like most searched titles or like most searched genres, incest is up there. That's not Japanese. That's like the rest of the world. So like, yeah, exactly, stepbro, right? So I feel like it's a little bit unfair to brand Japan as like the only nation that loves incest. I feel like everybody loves incest, dude. I feel like the entire world loves that shit, dude. Even Game of Thrones, there's so much incest going on in that one, dude. I feel like incest is like a theme that's prevalent in many different cultures, not just Japan. And you're right, taboo. It is taboo. People love the forbidden fruits. They love the allure of something that you shouldn't be doing, you know? It's the thrill. Yeah. Anyways, any other questions? Wait, we're doing a Q&A session right now. What the fuck are we doing? We're doing a Q&A session right now. Before we go over to Twitch. Incest chat while the White Room music hits. Shoplifting? Some people actually do chronic shoplifting. Not because they want to steal the item necessarily, but like the thrill of the act in itself. It's weird. It's just all about that taboo. It's about that thrill, about doing something that you shouldn't be doing. I have not seen Clannad, no. There used to be one guy that kept recommending me Clannad, but I think he's given up. It never, ever really picked up likes in the polls. Yosuga no Sora? Don't know what that is. Oh, this guy's actually voting for Snafu. Log Horizon. Fire Force! Oh, I like that. I like that one. Black Clover. Oh, yeah. Let's go Paint B Scott. Paint B Scott's the only motherfucker in here just trying to get the shonen up, dude. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Oh, Tower of God. I do like Tower of God. I do like Tower of God. Oh, Yosuka no Sora is just... It's like Oreimo on crack. Yeah? Oreimo is like another incest anime, right? No, it's not Tower Mid. It's called Tower of Mid, okay? If you're gonna call something mid in an anime title, you gotta get the name correct at least. Tower God's Grace Season 2 should be come out in April. Okay. Well, I'm not really in a rush, to be honest. Like, the worst thing you can do... Here's the thing that I used to fuck up a lot on my old channel. And even on this channel, too, is... anticipating that a new anime is gonna show up. For example, oh shit, Tower of God's gonna happen in April. I need to catch up right now before it airs. But like, so... now you're forcing a reaction series to your audience that may not give a shit about Tower of God. And then what's really bad is if you force it down their throat and they don't like it, you kind of just lose the faith in the YouTube algorithm, which at the end of the day is just the audience, and nothing good happens from that, right? You should never try to force it. And like, here's the thing. Let's say you caught up and you're in season 2 now in April. Let's say you made a video. You think that's gonna do well just because it's trending? No, because your audience never cared for it. So I'm not really like pressured. I used to feel very like scared. For example, Skimishi Moonlit Fantasy. I didn't give a fuck that season 2 was gonna air in January. I don't give a fuck. But that you guys voted it in, and it turns out you guys really liked it, so I did it. I think it's doing perfectly fine. Magi the Labyrinth? I haven't watched that yet. That's another long-running shonen show, right? Any other questions? How old am I? I told you. I'm never giving away my age. Nothing good will ever come from me telling you how old I am. Because if I give you a number and I'm too young, then people will look down on me for being a dumb kid. And if I tell you a number that's too high, then suddenly I'm an unrelatable boomer. Will I do Mushoku Tensei light novel streams? Only if the numbers do well. I'm gonna be honest, Maddox. These Classroom of the Elite light novel streams are probably the worst things I can do for myself. Because I can't make YouTube videos out of these. The best thing I can do is during that initial 2-hour morning stream is to farm out more YouTube content. And in fact, instead of doing Classroom of the Elite light novel streams, that time could be spent on watching another anime on Twitch. So doing light novel readings is really, really not in my best interest. I have very limited time and I have to make every segment count. Now, some people actually do enjoy the light novel content. I do like Classroom Release, so I'm kind of interested, so I'm kind of doing it right now. And because the analytics were doing pretty fucking well recently, I haven't been really sweating until now because the analytics are now fucking me for trying something new and continuing with slime, which is a terrible fucking idea. Fuck. I've shot myself in the foot. I should have been more brutal with slime, man, but it's too late. I've lost the faith, I've lost the trust, and I have to build that shit all over again, man. I have to build that shit up all over again. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. At least I learned from it. Rip slime. People don't care about it. What am I supposed to do? Fucking sucks. Fucking sucks, man. Yeah, rip slime until season 3 at least. And if people voted on Patreon as their Patreon exclusive series, then we can still continue with it. I'm not gonna start from I'm not gonna start from where I left off when season 3 comes out. When season 3 comes out, I'm gonna start on episode 1, season 3. Like, you guys have the misconception that just because season 3 just airs, that suddenly it's a trending topic, that my audience is gonna start watching those. No, they're not. They're not. It doesn't work that way. Any other questions? Come on, last one. Let's go over to Twitch. It's time to watch some animes. Last one. I'm gonna give you a countdown right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're done. Too late. We're going to Twitch. Alright, go to Twitch, guys. You all know what to do. It's time for some anime reactions, alright? I'm ending the YouTube stream now. Goodbye. Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch, okay? We just started. Am I live here? Yes, I'm live. You don't understand trending stuff branching out your content to a new audience, or is this just build? I'll explain that question. Ask me that same question again on Twitch, okay? I'll answer it there. Let me just end this stream.